Hello, we are Geeks Assembled, and Susan and myself are sitting down today to discuss a 1993 biopic of one of the greatest rock performers of all time, who sadly passed away a couple of weeks ago. We are talking the biopic Tina. What's love got to do with it? Of course, who else? Tina Turner. May she rest in peace. What a life she led. But boy, did she know how to rock that stage. And what a set of legs she had as well. I've just got to say, she had one of the finest legs in rock history. And she knew how to strut her stuff on that stage.
Mm-hmm.
But she went through hell in her early life. So this biopic is based on her own autobiography called I, Tina. But I've got to say that there's a lot of inaccuracies in this movie for changed for dramatic effect, shall we say?
Yeah. Tell me what those are.
Oh well, for one, I knew straight away. Tina's firstborn was not with Ike. She had a child with a saxophone player. Her eldest son was with a saxophone player. In this movie, it's depicted that Ike was the father of her firstborn.
Oh.
So things like that have been changed in this movie. A lot of biopic movies change things.
Okay.
That's just one of them, but there is some other things I may go into later on through the discussion. But
Okay.
what's your opening thoughts then on what's love got to do with it, Susan?
Okay. Well, I was a fan of her music. I was a fan of her duets with people like Mick Jagger and Dave Bowie, and I mean, she did amazing. She did amazing stage work. I used to own one of her VHSs, and I played it until it broke. Probably, I don't know why I don't have it anymore. It may have been that I lost that in a move somewhere, but anyway, I really love her charisma. I loved her energy. I loved her working on Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. I just have to say that there, she was perfect for that. I mean, it was like her stage persona it was almost as outer space as Ziggy Stardust. I mean, it was just like that. Not that Mad Max is necessarily outer space, but could be kind of in a way. Anyway, love it. It was written this movie was written by one of the guys who used to be on the MTV Music News, Kurt Loder. And he was a staple part of what we all listened to and watched every day in the MTV Music News, because during the 80s, we were all, lucky to have the MTV Music News as a way in to see what these acts were into, what they were up to, and where they were, playing, and what their scandalous lives were like. I mean, just all these cool things. But the shit that Tina Turner went through with Ike, yeah, I never heard that. I heard that she was abused, but this movie was so brutal. I mean, the way he just tormented her. I mean, I used to like Ike and Tina Turner. I liked Ike too, but now I'm just like, roll that back. I don't know if I can support what that is. That's another thing that this movie makes me ask the question of, when you find out somebody's such a fucking nightmare, are we in enlightened positions now in the future able to reconcile listening to art or watching art or displaying art that was produced by people who are so so vicious and so wrong. I mean, just so evil. I mean, can we support them as can we support them as a kind of as a producer, as a creator, and not support them as a person? These are the questions, and I really liked and so yeah, that's a hard one for me. The other thing that this story revealed is how distant she was from her family of origin. I mean, it was basically like, you're gone, and they just pushed her out. And I mean, wow, like, where does a woman like that develop so much? She just be, and then I think that she garnered support from people like Oprah and people like guess Michelle Obama, I guess some other, I even guess people like Angela Bassett, the woman who played her in this. She really got supported by Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
That's strong and powerful. But her family of origin by that point was out of the scene. And then the family that she was trying to originate was so disjointed and, dysfunctional. I don't know. But of course, the Angela had a really amazing, she captured her voice. I don't know how she did that, but Angela Bassett really captured her voice.
Yeah, well, she didn't sing the songs though.
Oh, all right. Who did?
Tina Turner sang the songs.
Oh, all right. So never mind.
Angela Bassett just lip synced.
All right. I was fooled. I thought that I thought that the woman in charge of Wakanda was Wakanda Forever, and I'm Tina Turner. Never mind.
I'll tell you something, Angela Bassett, though, I love Angela Bassett. I've said this before on other casts. I think she's a brilliant actress. But she did, in this movie, capture Tina's facial expressions right down to the, you could say, wow, that the way she was pulling her mouth or opening her mouth.
Yeah, that's why I thought she was singing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a way where Tina Turner, the way she used to sing or hold herself or strutter stuff, Angela Bassett must have watched hours and hours of videotape of just watching her trying to get it right.
That's amazing.
but also as well she most probably had Tina Turner there to
Uh-huh. Apparently.
see just say, am I doing it right? She must have done. It's a brilliant movie. It's just a shame that, as I said, some of the facts aren't true in this. I mean, what was it, at the end of the movie where Ike threatens her with a gun in a dressing room. That apparently never happened anyway. You know, that was just Hollywood making it a bit more effective. I mean, I don't know why they do it, really. Do you? I mean, if it, Tina was still alive when this was made, why didn't she say, "Oh, you can't do that. That never happened." You know? But it's it's for effect, isn't it? It's just for effect. But I know the thing, what you think made her leave him, isn't the thing in the movie. Because the final straw, as far as I remember reading, was the scene in. There is a scene in this movie with cake. You know, have a slice of cake. But he, in real life, forced her to eat the full cake. And that was as far as I remember reading, that was the final straw. What made her decide he can beat me, he can rape me, he can assault me, but making me making me eat a full cake, that's it. I've had enough now. She
Wow.
won, but I don't think that would have had the same effect in this movie, would it? So they had to have the fighting, they had to have the rape, they had to have the abuse. Um, but so well acted by Angela Bassett and Lawrence Fishburne as well.
Yeah. Lawrence
He,
Fishburne really, he was one scary character that I he didn't half look like Ike, but he really captured the kind of the sense of fear and the sense of dread that they were after for Ike, right?
oh yeah, yeah. But also as well, it proves in, as I say, she had 4 children, one to a saxophone player, one to Ike, and two which were Ike's children from the previous relationship. She adopted those 2 kids as her own and took them under her wing as well.
Huh.
So she had four children to bring up, and she was going through this hell of a relationship while holding a career. You know what I mean? So you
So amazing.
get assaulted, abused behind closed doors. Well, sometimes not even behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Um, Bringing up a family and having
Yeah, I
a
mean the way he attacked her in the music studio.
yeah.
I mean, she was doing the very best that she could, and he still, oh my god,
Drug fueled because he had a was it
he
cocaine
he
problem?
was he was a cokehead. I mean, he was like a tweaker. I mean, like that. That was it.
But she wouldn't leave him. She it's strange, isn't it?
Yeah,
There's a lot of women out there what goes through so similar things, but will not leave the man.
I know.
But it just takes one little thing, and that's it. So any moments for you? What stand out for in this movie?
Yeah, I liked the um I liked how she went from like, she she went from being she captured all of that gusto that the African American church had, and she brought that onto the stage with her.
Well, it's like at the beginning of the movie when she's a little girl in
The
in the
choir.
chapel. That scene is just amazing. Where
Yeah,
the little girl's giving it all that, and you think, wow, that you can see, Tina's there already.
yeah, yeah. And she like captures that lightning in the bottle, and then she brings that with her onto the stage,
Mm,
and then she captured all the you know uh really sort of painful parts of the relationships
mhm,
that she had, and that was the lightning in the bottle for the third act.
mhm,
The first one was the church onto the stage as a with Ike, and then the second one was capturing all the pain and all the dysfunction, and writing songs about that, and then putting that out on stage as Tina, solo artist. I mean, she went sky high on that third act. I mean, she just flew. I mean, like people like David Bowie and Mick Jagger and um like I it kind of, it wasn't in the movie, but like Otis Redding, I remember seeing something like that. And then there was there who else did she do one with? Oh, that saxophone player from uh the Lost Boys.
oh, yes, she was on tour with her. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was like, he was amazing, and she was amazing, and it was sexy, and it was hot, and it was phenomenally energetic. It was, oh my gosh.
I know, I know, I know when she. I mean, she mentioned it in the movie, but it's not shown. But when she sort of came back in the early '80s to recreate a career, she came across to here, the UK, to do it all, um, to build her career up again. And
Mm-hmm.
Bowie, Jagger helped her.
Uh-huh.
Um, they helped her along. They helped her
Yeah.
choose songs. Um, yeah, you can record some of my songs if you want. Which she did record some of Bowie's songs on her. It wasn't her first solo album because she'd had a few in the '70s on her own.
Right, but
But
those weren't the third act. It
yeah,
was one. You're right.
yeah,
It was when she went to the UK, and then she came back, because she had excellent producers over there.
oh
She
yeah.
had excellent collaborators like Bowie and the
She
Rolling Stones.
absolutely loved Bowie and Mick Jagger. They
Oh my
were
gosh.
they used to hang out together all the time, party all the time.
Oh my gosh.
The amount of photos after she passed away a few weeks ago, the amount of photos what have been put up on social media, when nearly every one of them's with it's Tina Turner with Bowie, it's Tina Turner with Mick Jagger, Tina all laughing and joking, and but yeah, I mean, I do like this movie. I mean, it only goes up to the early '80s, doesn't it? Up to when she
Yeah.
does Private Dancer
Yeah.
era. I mean, can you believe this movie's 30 years old now? 30 years old. Oh my
What?
god.
We're so
1990.
old. Oh my God, Lee, we are so old. Oh,
Well, I mean, it was people raved about this. Oh yeah, the critics raved about it and said, Angela Bassett deserved an award. I don't know if she got one or not. It doesn't say, but um, to recreate, to become Tina Turner is no mean feat. big big high heels to fill.
huh. Let me see if there were any awards. Uh, do, do, do.
Don't think so. Oh, they were nominated Best Actress and Best Actor,
Oh, okay.
but it doesn't say. I don't think they won.
Okay, it looks like best actress, best actor, and 2020 awards. 2014 she won for best actress.
Yeah,
And then she won a Felix. And then the NAACP Image Awards, she won Outstanding Actress. Angela did. Outstanding Actor, Lawrence Fishburne did. Outstanding Supporting Actress, Jennifer Lewis did. And then Outstanding Supporting Actress was Vanessa Bell Calloway. And then the Golden Globes was she won the Best Performance Actress in 1994. So yeah, good.
I've just seen this here. Tina stated she wished the film had not portrayed her as a victim. So it looks like she didn't have much to do with the movie apart from the songs.
And she won a Brit Award for best soundtrack for this.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I I can see her point, but the reality of the situation was, as people who are, you know, in touch with other people who have been abused, it is
Mm.
not it is not a strange thing for you to come out the other side and go, I don't want to be thought of as a victim anymore. But like 6 months ago or 10 years ago, 20 years ago, you're like, I am a victim and I need help. So I don't know.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
a there's a initial response, which is probably when this was written
yeah.
under
Well,
the
she said that she watched a little bit of the movie, but didn't finish it because that was not how things went. I didn't realize they would change the details so much. So there's a lot made up in this movie.
mm,
And Ike's response to the movie
oh,
was,
do tell.
oh no, where are we?
Oh no. I'm gonna grab
Um,
some popcorn.
no, it's only uh, just said filled with lies.
Ike Turner, here it is.
He said it's filled with lies. He said Fishburne did a fantastic job. Um, he said he was upset about the rape scene, which he claimed was fabricated
Mm-hmm.
and was the lowest thing they could have ever done. He added that the film damaged his reputation.
Mm.
So Hollywood can, I don't know, just change things at a whim, I
But
suppose.
I think that I've heard it in another movie that when it comes to printing or writing fact or something fantastical that may have happened that seems plausible, that is a lot more dramatic. I always go for the more dramatic stuff.
Well, I suppose you have to pull the audience in, don't they?
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah. So it from a little girl who was left by her mother,
Mm-hmm.
taken, but who took away her sister as well, left with her grandmother. Feels like she was unwanted then. Um, Going into the abusive relationship with Ike,
Mm-hmm.
getting out of that relationship and also going to the divorce courts and turning around and saying, I don't want any money from the record sales. I don't need, I don't want anything to do with those songs or whatever. So all I want is the name.
Hmm.
And the courts gave her that. So she came out of that court with the name, legally with that name, Tina Turner.
Yep.
Which I know is true. That is true. She didn't want anything to do with the past with Ike and stuff like that. So she didn't want any royalties from the records. So she had to make her own music and make her own history, I suppose.
Her own magic.
Yeah.
And by going to the UK, where a woman like that would like her would be so, so lauded and so, encouraged and inspired and
Yeah, I mean,
and then produced well.
yeah, she came to the UK for the private dancers session. And she did the cover version of "Let's Stay Together," which was the first release in the UK from the Private Dancer album, and that was produced by, I don't know if you've heard of the group Heaven 17.
Yeah, absolutely.
They even sang backing vocals on "Let's Stay Together" with her.
Oh, cool.
That was the first release in the UK. It was a big hit, top 3 hit or
well,
something.
Heaven 17 was a big hit back then. Yeah, that was their apex time.
Yeah, so so they had she had them producing that record or whatever. She had Mark Knopfler of Dire Straits fame
Yeah.
writing the song "Private Dancer" for her.
Uh-huh.
She had Bowie say, "Yeah, you can record a couple of my songs and put it on your album." I think what songs was it? Was it 1984 and Steel Claw? They were
Yeah.
Bowie on the album. It was all coming together for her.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and the productions that she was doing sounded totally different than what she was doing with Ike.
Yeah,
that's the difference, is that she was able to find even a new voice.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was another voice. I mean, she's had 3 really distinct and like different creative voices. I just can't with how talented she is.
Yeah, I mean, with Ike, it was just the same, and it says in the movie, it just sounds the same. But when Phil Spector wanted her for River Deep, Mountain High,
yeah,
totally different sound.
Yeah, but that was during his wall of sound.
Yeah,
he had that fill it up with instruments.
Yeah,
put a lot of with the usual 5 drums, bass, vocal, rhythm guitar, and lead guitar. He had those 5, and then he had all of these symphonic instruments that just kind of filled in all the spots around it. And so, you were just kind of pushed up, as the song swelled, you'd be captured and buoyed. Oh, it's just amazing.
But she was taken out of the Ike and Tina Turner safety zone of the same old song.
Yeah.
Hey, I want you to sing this River Deep, Mountain High. And it's a classic song, isn't it? I mean,
oh my God, it's beautiful.
So yeah. Great. So it's a great movie. It showcasing the talent of one of the greatest show people, rock artists we've ever had. Yep. She was the queen of rock and roll. I mean, R.I.P was the queen of soul. Tina was the queen of rock and roll.
Mm.
You know, and she'll be sorely missed. I know she retired when she was 60, I think it was. But she'd lived a life.
Mm.
She recorded all that music.
She'd already had three distinct musical moments: the church, Ike, and her own solo explorations. I most people in the music biz only do one thing. They only do that one movement, and then I just, oh wow.
I know she'd been ill for a few years, and she
I
had
didn't know that.
she had a couple of strokes and kidney failure and stuff like that.
Mm.
But was it 83? Well, it's a fine old age for the life she led.
Mm-hmm.
You know, be abused, beat up, and then traveling the world touring.
Yeah.
Little girl's dreams come true.
Yep.
So
And
I would say,
drinking and partying down with all these folks. I mean, God.
that,
Yeah. She was amazing.
I hope Annie Mae Bullock is rocking out at the gates of heaven.
Oh, and she's named the same as one of the great. That was another thing that I didn't know about her. I'm like, oh my God, it's Boba Fett. All this amazing Star Wars references. It was just like, Jeremy Bullock. She's related to Jeremy Bullock. No, she's not, but she is. Yes, Boba Fett.
Yeah, well, yeah, spelt differently, of course.
I was out of my mind when I heard that.
You're always out of your mind.
Mm. He knows me so good.
Anyway, back to the movie. Anything else you want to say about the?
Yeah. Oh, it was great, and so I think that we should continue to do the Mad Max movies. I don't know where we are in terms of of productions of that series. Did we already do Fury Road?
We've done Mad Max 1.
Uh-huh.
I'd have to check on Fury Road. I don't know if we've done that one.
Okay, I don't know either. I think I'd like to do Thunderdome, but I know that if we've done one, we should do Road Warrior second. Is that the next one?
Yeah, that's Mad Max 2.
Okay, cool. Let's do it. Yeah, I've got those coming. Because
cool. We'll also do it in a couple of weeks.
Okay, cool.
So, final say and score then?
Yeah, I'll give this a 10. 10 really good microphones out of 10. I thought that it was I loved the way she sounded. I loved the way she danced. I loved it when she performed with that the other the later saxophone player.
Uh-huh.
I just think that was cool. I got all sorts of vampire feelings for that, and there was you could argue that Bowie and Tina Turner were vampires because of those connections, because of the Hunger and Lost Boys. Anyway, I'm just saying, let's be honest here. Tina Turner was fantastic, and Angela Bassett was fantastic as Tina Turner. So
yeah,
10 really good microphones out of 10.
Well, I'm going to give the. I mean, I know some of this in this isn't true.
But
it's a damn good watch. And to make a movie about one of the greatest rock stars, you can't go wrong. So for me, it's 10 pairs of heels out of 10.
All right.
Because she knew how to strut her stuff in heels.
Who
So
does?
that's our little review of Tina. What's love got to do with it? In some countries, it's just called "What's Love Got to Do with It," but over here, it's called Tina, as if we didn't know who she was.
As if, yeah.
um, so you guys out there, if you've seen the movie, let us know what you thought of it. Let us know what you thought of Tina Turner, because R.I.P. Tina, you'll be missed, of course.
Yeah, seriously.
But we've got all your music, what you left us. Please leave a comment below. Let us know if you would like to join our group and be on our casts.
Yep.
You've got to be 18 plus, with either a laptop, mobile phone, or a tablet, or a PC. Got to have a camera and a microphone. That's all we ask of you. And if you subscribe to us on YouTube, please press the bell notification button and you'll get notified every time we put something up. So I think that is it, is it?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
So
you've invited people, you've told them about our social. Thanks. You did great.
so
Fearless leader.
without further to do, I'm going to put my Tina wig on and I'm going to strip my stuff out for I'm going to put steamy windows on at full blast in honor of Tina Turner. So until next time, stay tuned, folks. Bye for now.